I don't know what it is about the audio world, but it attracts people that are a little bit wacky. You will come across this, I guarantee it. You ever see that video where 50 Cent is walking to a restaurant or something with his girl, and all of a sudden somebody approaches them mad aggressive? They're coming up to 50, super aggressive. Hey, 50, you got to check out my Instagram, man. What are you doing? And he squares up like he's going to fight him. And 50 basically says, what are you doing? You're coming at me all wrong. What do you think's going to happen right now? You think this is going to help you? What are you doing? It's so funny to me how some people think they're actually doing what they should be doing when they're doing the complete opposite of what would help them. It's really interesting. It's almost like you can't teach people how to think, and you can't teach people what respect is. But what you got to understand is people that are a little bit wacky, especially in music, there's a ton of them, they will come at you like they're doing you a favor by working with you. They'll come at you like they're the best and they got to work with you. And this is typically a person who's got like nothing that you could listen to that will make you go, wow, this person's great. But yet they want you to somehow believe in the fact that they're amazing. And the way you'll know that like the red flags should start going off is when they say things like, hey, I want to work with you and this is how it's going to happen. This is what I'm going to pay you. This is when I'm going to come in and do whatever. So in other words, they want to work with you, but they're telling you how it's going to go. As soon as this starts happening, you should, like, the red flags are going off. The hair on the back of your neck should stand up like something ain't right. You know, the same feeling like you're walking down a dark alley and all of a sudden, something ain't right now. Maybe I shouldn't be walking down this alley. That's the same feeling you should get when somebody comes at you telling you how it's going to be when you work with them. So, in my opinion, unless you're a desperado person, somebody who's so desperate to work with anybody, that's the only person who might accept that kind of person to work with, who's coming at them all crazy. Don't be as a desperado. Like, I can't stress this enough. A desperado person is asking for trouble because if somebody doesn't respect you out the get, right from the jump, they don't respect you enough to say, hey, I want to work with you. How is that going to go? What do you want me to do? How do I get to work with you? How much does it cost? When can we do it? That's a whole different thing. That's showing respect, first of all, which is the same thing that I would show somebody if I wanted to work with them. In other words, most people who have their stuff together are going to literally give respect that they get. So in other words, I give my clients all the respect in the world, and I expect it back. In other words, I anticipate what they're wanting to do is great. Let me hear it. If it's a vibe, we connect. Now all of a sudden, I want to do that. I want to work on it. I'm going to put my all into it. And if they have questions or they have something that like they really believe in, they want something to go this way, and like I see what you did, but can we do this? If there's a mutual communication and respect, that's how a good relationship is fostered, where now this will be a return client and customer forever. That's what we want in the audio game, as audio engineers, as mixers, as mastering engineers, any of the above. We want the people who are respectful because we're going to be respectful. I mean, we're professional. That's what I preach all the time is if you're the guy with the business and they're coming to you, you got to be respectful first, professional first. Doesn't matter what they do. So even if somebody comes at you crazy, you respond professionally, but you should know what you're thinking as they're coming at you nuts. You should know, I do not want to work with this person. So all you usually got to do to make sure that you separate the real people from the not is tell them how it's going to go. No matter how they're telling you, this is how it's going to be to work with me and blah, 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 blah. All you got to do is come at them and say, look, this is how I work. Blah, 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 blah. You don't have to insult them. You don't have to trash what they're saying. All you do is tell them how you work. And believe me when I tell you, the people that have whatever going on where they have some other ulterior motive or just anything, you don't have to even think about what it is because it doesn't matter. You'll never get inside their head. You'll never really know what they were thinking. Don't even waste your time trying to figure it out. Just tell them how you work and watch them disappear. In other words, you give them a realistic thing like, All right, so you pay me first and then I work on the song. Watch them go bye-bye. Because the real truth is most people who really want to work with you will do what you want them to do, and they'll come at you with respect. You cannot expect somebody who has no respect for you in the beginning, and you know that because they're telling you what's what. So if they come at you like that in the beginning, what do you think? They're all of a sudden going to develop respect for you along the way? Why? Why would it get better? You think that relationship's going to somehow get easier? You think that person's personality is going to be easier to deal with as you take money from them, as you start like getting paid for the work? You think so? Or you think it'll get worse? Because in my experience, the people who start out the gate a little wacky, it only gets worse. And the only reason you should even be considering that at all is if they come recommended from somebody else and that person vouches for them. If nobody vouches for this person, they just found you out of the blue and they're trying to tell you how great they are, then what really are you putting yourself in for should be what you're thinking. Like, what's really going to happen here? I'm going to let this person in my studio and what? Their craziness is going to somehow go away? No, that's not how it works. It only gets worse. So make sure you pick your clients wisely. Nobody should be a desperado. The people who have no respect, just like that dude who came up to 50 being crazy. Hey, 50, look at my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. What Instagram? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? The people who come at you like that, they got to learn sometime. And they'll learn when nobody works with them. Or they'll keep finding desperados to work with them because the desperados believe how great they are. All right? They believe that fictitious story. You're not interested as long as that person comes at you crazy. Why work with them? Why put yourself up for that sort of situation where now you got to deal with this person? They came to you. So they come to you. That means they think you're worth working with. So why would they come to you and tell you what's what? They are something up, something going on. Trust your instincts. All right? Trust those hairs on the back of your neck. Trust the red flags. Don't try to repaint what's going on in a positive light because you really want the money or because you think this will help your career. Like, don't even think about that. The only people who would are people who have nothing going on. So let them find each other, those people who want to work with somebody who's got nothing going on. But anybody who does have anything at all, you just brush that off. Pick and choose who you want to work with. And I only work with stuff that I know I can make an impact on, make better. I know I must love it in order to do that. If I listen and I don't like it, I'm not a mill. I'm not a factory. I don't just churn stuff out that I hate. So if I can't hear what's going on in a song and know I want to work on it because I can make it better, I'm not going to work on it. And I think if everyone who does audio looks at things in this way, a lot more people would be happy at the end of the day, first of all, because that's why I don't take on anything I don't hear first. There's no shot I'm listening, I'm like working on a song if I haven't heard it first and I know it's okay. I need to hear the project. I need to hear what's going to happen. And if it's something that's like, I don't understand what this artist is doing at all, I'm doing it a disservice by working on it. So I don't want to do that. In other words, it's not about the money. It's not about any of that. What it's about is being able to make a positive impact on the art. If we're in it for the art truly, then we need to feel that we are connected. So if anybody's coming at you, telling you how it is, and especially if they won't send you music, they're not sharing with you what they're doing, how would you know if you connect with it? So there's something else going on. There's something else up. You only let people into your life that will occupy your time if it's worth it for you, which means you connect with it so you can put everything in it and then it will become some great something. Whereas if you don't connect with the art and the music, why waste your time on it? You could be doing other things that you do connect with, and it could be for less money, but who cares? You connect with it. So you're actually nourishing your soul by doing it. And that's what I want everyone to realize is great art is not about commerce. Great art is about the art. And that's why you must be connected with the music you work on. You must like it. You cannot be a factory. All right? Hope everyone gets it. This is one of those things where the more you do audio, the more you run into this. If 50 Cent wasn't immune to somebody coming up to him and being all nuts, then neither are we. Every single person is going to experience these people who think, hey, you should be lucky to work with me. I'm going to give you, whatever. And trust me, this is going to be the best thing you ever did. If you're a desperado, you leave yourself open to who knows what. And if you're not, you get the peace of mind. And then you get the people working with you who actually have respect for you. And then you can give it back, which is what you're going to do anyway. So you deserve to get it. So that's something I want everyone to know. You all deserve respect. Don't let anybody come into you, no respect, hard pressing you on what's going to happen and what you're going to do. It ain't going to work. All right? Take that posture. You'll be a happier producer, mixer, mastering engineer. You'll be a happier person for it. Bottom line. There you go. Talk to you guys soon. Throw something in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You guys got this. Take it easy.